Hey everybody, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena. And we have another deck that we built and messed around with on stream over the weekend, and I'm super excited to bring it to you. But before we hop into today's deck, just want to remind everybody, if you enjoy the deck, the channel, the videos, anything like that, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below, one of which is the Discord link, so I'd love to see you join there. And then also, again, if you want to be a part of the deck building process and kind of have a say in what we play in a video, please hop on over to my Twitch channel and follow me over there and join us over on the weekend. And that is twitch.tv/BA Motumbo. Link is also down below. So again, hope to see y'all during a stream. But with that being said, let's hop right into today's deck. And we are playing Sentimentals. So yeah, it's been a while since we played Elementals. I feel like it's been a while since anybody's really played Elementals. And we were going through the deck lists on EtherHub. We actually saw a really cool list. Unfortunately, it wasn't uploaded by anybody with a name. It was just one of those MTG assistant uploads. And so we took that deck, we swapped out a few cards, and we came up with this deck. So unfortunately, I can't really give credit to anybody because there was no name. But, you know, as always, if there is a name to give credit to, I will 100% do that. But unfortunately, it wasn't there. But yeah, so Sentimentals is an elemental list with a few cards that, you know, obviously are not elementals, one of which is going to be Esper Sentinel. So that is where we get part of the name. So Esper Sentinel, again, one of the cards that came over, really is more of a modern staple than an arena staple, but it's a 1-mana 1/1. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that creature pays X, where X is this creature's power. So yeah, usually you drop this on turn 1. If they try to Thought Seize you or even Fatal Push this on their first turn, you're going to be at least getting a card in return. And later on in the game, if you have multiples of these in play, or if the power grows in some form or fashion, not necessarily in this deck, but in other decks, you are going to be generating a lot of great card advantage. So I feel like that is why this person did include Esper Sentinel in this deck, and I think it's a great inclusion. So we are playing 4 copies of Fragment Reality. This card is insane. I think this is one of the best removal spells in Historic. Since Alchemy is in Historic, it really makes it a really weird place. But so Fragment Reality is a 1-mana removal spell. You get to exile any non-token artifact, creature, or enchantment. That's huge. The only downside is its controller puts a random creature card with lesser mana value from their library onto the battlefield tapped. So this can be good, it can be bad, but this does get rid of, you know, pesky cards like the Ring because it is exiling. It's going to get rid of Shieldred. It's going to get really rid of anything that you need to get rid of. Sometimes they're just going to replace it with an elf or a creature that doesn't matter. But sometimes, you know, if you're removing some of those more expensive cards, they could hit something, you know, really bad. But this is a great removal spell nonetheless. So including 4 of these, I feel like is correct. So the main meat and potatoes of this deck, again, is elemental. So we're playing a huge elemental package. The main one that we focus on here is going to be Risen Reef, 3-mana 1/1. When this comes into play or another elemental comes into play, you look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you get to put it into play. You don't have to, but I mean, why wouldn't you? And if it's not a land, you get to put it into your hand. So you're essentially drawing all these extra cards, the more elementals you're putting into play, and you're ramping up your land, and we're just going to take over the board, right? We're going to go so wide, and then we're going to get so powerful later on that our opponent really won't be able to deal with it unless, you know, unfortunately, if they're going to be playing any like Wrath effects, that will get us. But we do have some potential. We have a safety net in the form of Voice of Resurgence, so to speak. So this is a 2-mana 2/2. Again, weird things happen when you play on Arena. You know, you get Alchemy, you get cards that were brought to you in the extra sets that you get to buy. So with this being in one of them, this 2/2 for 2, whenever your opponent either casts a spell during your turn, or if this dies, you get to create a token with power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you have in play. So if they're trying to remove other creatures or this during your turn, then we're going to be making more creatures, and we're just going to put so much on the board that our opponent's just really not going to be able to do anything. This is a great card. This card, when was first in Standard many moons ago, was super powerful. It was really hard to deal with and could just take over games. So I'm really hoping to really recreate that here. We're playing 3 copies of Prosperous Innkeeper. This is going to help with mana fixing, mana ramp. It's going to help with life gain. Again, there's a lot of aggro decks out there, and if we're going to be putting in so many creatures into play, I really feel like we are going to be able to just not worry about our life total, because we're just always going to be either at or above our starting life total. 4 copies of Leafkin Druid because, again, mana ramp, and it's an elemental. Thunderkin Awakener is really cool because it's a 2 mana 1/2 with haste. Whenever it attacks, you get to choose an elemental creature card in your graveyard with toughness less than this toughness, so less than 2. And you get to put into the battlefield tapped and attacking. So it's really cool with this. If Risen Reef is usually an instant removal target because it's going to generate you a lot of card advantage. So if they do kill this, you can just throw a Thunderkin Awakener into play, attack with a Thunderkin Awakener, put the Risen Reef into play, attacking, get a trigger off of this. Maybe after combat you get to put some other stuff into play, and then at the end of the turn the Risen Reef goes away, and we can just do this every turn, kind of go crazy. I wanted to try out Rescuer. I don't really know how to say this, Chewinga, but a 2/2 for 2 with flash. That's pretty good. And when it comes in the battlefield, you get to actually return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. So not necessarily this is a May ability, so it is beneficial in that aspect, but it can allow you to save creatures, allows you to replay creatures so you get extra triggers, with Risen Reef. Could potentially do something with Omnath, but it was something I wanted to give a try. I didn't want to play a crazy amount of them, but I did feel like 2 was a good number. One of the last cards here in the deck, Vesperlark, 3 mana 2/1 with flying. Since they errated, how the perpetual cards work and what they can target and what they can't, this card's gotten a lot, less good, and I haven't really experimented it with since they did that nerf. But when this when this leaves the battlefield, you get to return target creature card with power 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also has Evoke, so you can actually force this to happen. But again, this is going to allow you to bring back cards like Risen Reef. It's going to allow you to bring back Thunderkin Awakener, so you can attack. You can bring back, Druid if we need mana. But yeah, great card. The great ability overall. Don't really know if this is something that can stay in the deck, but again, I was really impressed with it in the games that we played. And Omnath, what elemental deck would not be an elemental deck without an Omnath? So we're playing the old school Omnath, the old school multicolored Omnath, the 4 mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, you can deal damage equal to the number of elementals you have to any target, and then it has landfall ability. You get to put a 1/1 counter on an elemental you control. And then if you have 8 or more lands in play, you get to draw a card. So really, really busted. And then we're just ending this with 4 copies of Collected Company, because basically everything in our deck besides Omnath is 3 mana or less. So we're going to be putting in a whole bunch of stuff into play for free. And we do have Jegantha, the Wellspring, as our companion, because again, we don't have any starting card in our deck that has more than one of the same mana symbol. So this is just a free inclusion, right? We're playing best of one. We don't have a sideboard. We don't have any cards that go get sideboard cards. But because we do happen to meet the criteria for this card to be our companion, there's really no reason not to play this as a companion when you're playing best of one. And that's going to go for most formats anyway, or most decks. If you could put in a free companion, it's just a free card. You should really try to take advantage of that when you can. And then we're playing a bunch of land. We have a lot of land that are creature-centric. Ancient Ziggurat can only tap for creatures. Secluded Courtyard can tap for any color mana depending on what creature you name when it comes into play. Usually it's going to be elementals. Every once in a while maybe you name human for the innkeepers and the sentinels. And then unclaimed territory as well, right? Name a creature when it comes into play, and then it taps for any color mana for that creature. So really great lands. It's very easy to play multicolored lands and multicolored decks when you're playing a deck like elementals or humans or something along those lines, because you have a lot of lands that do this. But yeah, again, we played this over the weekend on the stream. We know how we did. We're going to hop into the games and tell me what y'all think of the wrap-up. So we will see you then. Oh, I've played this person before. I remember anybody with the name Alf in their name, right? Not really. Alright, let's do it to it. Ooh, when it dies, learn? Uh-oh. Probably wrong to play that, but we're gonna play it. I thought that was a 1/1 for some reason. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to give them cards. Gosh, they have like 47 cards in their hand. Okay. Yep. Oh, give me the tokens. Wait, that might be bad. They might just be able to like force me to curse out here. But, I mean, they added a lot of damage on the board here. Okay. Could kill this. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we lose? They don't have like a... I'm sure they are probably playing something that does some kind of infinite combo. Okay. So they have 3 blockers. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have Exacxies. Oh no, but then they're gonna gain life. So but that happens after damage, right? Okay, then we're good then. Because you blocked not the 5/5. Alright. Whew. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Voice of Resurgence in this deck seems really, really busted, so I'm super happy with that. ACW9. That's a cool avatar, too. I like these sleeves, too. Oh, Minion of the Mighting? Are you... Oh, okay. I have a feeling they're going to scoop here, right? Like... maybe not. I was right. Okay. All right. Yeah, that deck is super powerful, but it is very easy to interrupt. So, well, good game, ACW9. That's an interesting name. I don't know what it means. We go first. Okay. We'll keep this. Alright, what is our opponent playing? Which one is this? Okay, this is the Abzan land. This could actually be the last deck that we just played. Because I feel like they play some of the triomes that turn on their domain. We're playing against James, who was born in 1989 at a FedEx depot. Alright. What is our life here? Drawing 47 lands in a row is really bad, especially when we even cut land. I have to get value out of this immediately. Like, they're just... I think I would still kill the Risen Reef here. That really is going to depend on... Okay, so they're going to get rid of a Risen Reef, but we drew another one, which is pretty sick. Okay, that was actually a pretty decent draw. Oh, they whiffed. That's a legendary, right? Why cast that? Okay. So we're going to... We're going to evoke. Oh, that was a good draw. So, they're not even a block an Esper Sentinel. So if I play this... No, we can't do that. Not unless we just do it now, right? Like... Alright, there's a lot of things happening here. There's so many things happening here. Oh my gosh. All right, and the fact that we have this fragment reality is pretty good. I don't know what they're going to target here to deal 2 damage to. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay. Hold on. For each shrine you control. Oh. I've messed up. Alright, so if I... Let me hit one of these. They have 4 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a Vesperlark back. Oh, it's non-token. Oh, I should have hit the Leyline Binding. What am I thinking? I don't think it's right to fire off the collected company here. Actually, I'm trying to hit an Omnath. Okay, well, the stars have not aligned for us. Oh, beautiful. The stars have aligned. I wish this had flash, right? Still lethal. I could have sworn I did not attack with my Leafkin Druids, but I probably only clicked on one of them. Oh man, that was a game. And if you notice, like, we're playing this deck, right? And we're not seeing a lot of the other decks that you usually see when you're playing. Yeah. We beat FedEx James. Uh-oh. Yeah, give us cards. Give us cards, Paul. Give us cards. Oh, again. That deck, again, very, very easy to interrupt. So sorry. This is an interesting hand. I'm gonna keep it. Zoo. Probably shouldn't have kept it. Alright, that was a pretty good draw. I think I want to get this down, to be 100% honest. Okay. You did it. I mean, we're ahead in life total here, so... Oh, that thing has haste. So dumb. You can play it this turn. Alright, no blocks. What's in our graveyard? That was actually pretty good. No attacks. We have a blocker here. Nah, we no longer have a blocker. They hit a leyline binding. It's pretty gross. Okay, we're taking it. This is a good draw. This is a really good draw. Do this. We get back that. So 2. I really don't want to take any extra damage. They've already drawn 2 reprieves. I'm going to see what they target. Oh, they scooped. Oh, man. That's a hard deck to beat. It really is. That deck is really, really powerful. All the domain stuff coming in. And then this Lelia card is super busted. This is actually a card that is pretty high up in Cube on Magic Online. A lot of people like this card. It's pretty powerful. But that was a really good win there. Grasshopper, all right. We go first. It's a mulligan. I think we can keep this and I think we can get rid of this. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we get rid of one of the lands here. Yeah, I think that might be better. We're gonna go green. Wizards. They're gonna burn this, and they're gonna attack. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. So we have this to block with. We have this to block with also. Yep, you're doing it. This deck is so stupid. Sure. This is actually a really good pickup. Come on, my friend. Interesting. Got him. Whoo! That felt good. Man, beating wizards ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Eagle Shard. Okay. Beware of my human. Is it green? Is it black? Is it red? Oh, you wanted to offer me a promotion? I want to offer you a promotion too. Well, let's think about this. They ramped. Well, we can't. It's so weird seeing a mountain that's green and blue. Oh my god, I'm so confused by this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get out of here. That's fine. So, do we... Yeah, I think I'm going to evoke this. We get a trigger, and then we get to attack, so we get another one. So what's our opponent playing? Like, are they playing like a door to nothingness deck or something? Because that'd be pretty crazy. Oh, give us them cards. The Eagle's hard. Gain 4 life and learn. Okay. I mean, it's got to be right just to fire this off, right? Oh, yeah, it's definitely correct. So I only played the Innkeeper there to convert to a mana just in case we need this. But I mean, they may just go land Ugin and then we're just dead. And they didn't. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You can play that card. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled, put them into your graveyard. Okay. That card just seems super dangerous in what they're trying to do. Alright, let's get some good cards here. This is definitely one of them. Actually, you know what? Let's just play this. Opponent has a million mana. Oh no. I mean, I am glad that I played the Voice of Resurgences, because those are going to win us the game. Because, I mean, we just need to literally play. It doesn't matter what order we play this in. I know the correct order is to play this. But, yeah, okay, opponent. That was an interesting deck you had over there. Did not expect the ultimatum. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the wrap up. And I told you we had a lot of really sweet games. I felt like this game or this deck performed really well against a number of decks. Now, yeah, we lost a couple of games while we were streaming, but overall we had a winning record. I would say I don't have the exact number, but I would say we won probably 70 to 75% of our games. That's not an exaggeration. We had a lot of great games. There was one game that I wish I would have been able to capture. Whatever, there was a sound issue, but it was actually a really great game. We were stabilizing. We were actually winning. It was against a one of those artifact decks. We were staving them off from comboing off on us because of the fragment realities. Again, fragment reality is such a house in this deck. It's a great card. If you're playing white and need a good removal spell, this is definitely your go-to card. But we were really keeping them off of comboing off, and we got to the point where we were going to be able to kill them the following turn, and I had thought that I had calculated my cards in my library correctly based off of how Risen Reef triggers and whatnot, but I had forgotten that I had attacked and brought I forgot that a Vesperlark was going to die at the end of the turn, or however it worked out, and then it was forced to bring in, or there was just some, I don't remember the exact interaction, but we were forced to essentially bring back a creature with Vesperlark, and it had to be a Risen Reef, and then the Risen Reef ended up triggering all the other Risen Reefs, and then we ended up decking. But it was hilarious. The people that were watching it on stream happening, they thought it was hilarious as well. And I was really sad that I could not include that, because I really did want to include that game. But yeah, this deck, a lot of fun. Elementals, or typically creatures that share creature type decks, they can be pretty easy to dismantle. Except for, even goblins can be, but these don't have the same synergies that goblins have, right? Goblins they just want to throw up on you and overwhelm you really quickly. Elementals can definitely do that, but they take longer to do that, right? You don't have cards that allow you to sacrifice to generate mana or to generate other value. You're going to be drawing a lot of cards, getting additional creatures, but it's just going to take a few extra turns to kind of steamroll your opponent. But overall, they're a lot of fun to play. It's a lot of fun to see the synergies happen, and I definitely recommend giving them a shot. Elementals overall are usually a pretty cheap deck to build, right? Risen Reef is going to always, for the most part, be your go-to build around when it comes to elementals. And you get a lot of great green and blue elementals that we, are and are not playing. Leafkin Druid is a great elemental for a deck like this. You have other blue elementals that fly. And a lot of these are just common and uncommons. Yeah, collected companies are rare. You don't even have to play Omnath, because yes, Omnath is a mythic. Voice of Resurgence is a mythic as well. But again, if you're not buying the sets, you don't even have to craft these, right? These are just for multicolor, for trying out. But I implore everybody who wants to play an elemental deck to just try different combinations. There's elementals in every color except for black. So I think we learned right when we searched for elementals, there were no black elementals that were cheap that you could play. I don't remember if there's any like super expensive ones that are multicolored, but there were no like just mono black ones. But yeah, and then even Jegantha being in the sideboard, like I said, it's a free card to play. Might as well include it. And sometimes you cast it, sometimes you don't. But either way, this is a super fun deck. And then again, I can't speak highly enough of Fragment Reality. I think this is just going to be a card you need to include in Historic going forward if you're playing white, because it removes everything. And yeah, especially getting rid of the ring is super busted. But yeah, with that being said, again, if you enjoy the deck, the channel, the video, please like, comment, subscribe, check out all the cool links down below, join the Discord, head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/BAMotumbo, and drop me a follow. And I'd love to see you in one of the streams. I'd love to hear your deck ideas, your build around cards that you'd like me to see build around, and I would love to feature a deck like that for you. So with that being said, everyone, please stay safe, and we will see y'all next time.